What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It feels like it's been such a long time since I've made a YouTube video, and I think that's just because I always said to myself when I had something exciting to film about, I would film, and I haven't really had anything exciting happening in my life the past few months since my last video, and I don't want to make content just because I want to put something out. I want it to be something that I'm really excited to put out, so I just haven't filmed anything in a long time until now because something pretty exciting happened. As I'm sure you can tell by reading the title of this video, I got engaged. So yeah, that happened. This video is pretty much just going to be me telling you guys the story of how the proposal happened, how everything leading up to it went down, everything after, and then answering some questions that I got from my Instagram story. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, my handle is linked down below, so go ahead and follow me to get updates on videos and just everything else going on in my life. I did a story, I think like the day after I got engaged, just asking whatever questions my followers had about the proposal and anything else, and I got a few good questions, so at the end of this video I'll be answering those. So a little backstory on my fiance and I. We've been together for almost 2.5 years, and we've known each other for probably about like 3.5 years. We knew each other for a while before we started dating, but it just took us a little bit longer to like actually get together. He had feelings for me for a long time before I even knew, but eventually I came around and we ended up dating, and as soon as we started dating, we were like all in, like 100%, like just completely in love with each other. We've talked about marriage since like day one of us talking to each other. We were like, we want to get married, we want to have a family, and we knew that we wanted to do all of these things fairly quickly, but I think what really sped the process along was COVID. When COVID happened, obviously the world went into lockdown and quarantine, and we had to spend some time apart from each other, which was really awful and took a toll on our relationship for sure. Obviously we made it through and we're better than ever when we came out of it, but I think in that time we realized that life's so short and we never wanted to have to spend any time apart again. And kind of the only way to really lock that in is by getting married, which we knew that we wanted to do anyways, and we just decided that as soon as it was a good time for both of us, that we would just do it. And you know, he'll be graduated from college, about to start his career. I'm comfortable where I'm at in my job, so I think it's a really good time for us, and we're supported by all of our friends and family, which is so nice, and we could not be more thankful for all of the love and support that we've gotten. You know, going into it, I kind of expected like negative comments from people saying that we're too young or that we don't know what we're doing, which we definitely got a few of those, but just the outpour of love that we got was so unexpected, and thank you to everyone who's been so kind and so excited for us. We are so excited too. Obviously, this is huge for us. So thank you to everyone who has been loving and supportive. Now let's just jump into the story of the proposal. Alright, so this story kind of goes all the way back to June when I posted my anniversary vlog, which if you guys have seen that video, I got a camera from my boyfriend for our 2-year anniversary. He got me a really nice camera to do my YouTube videos and to take really cool pictures with. And ever since then, he's been saying we should do a photo shoot with your camera, and we just haven't gotten around to it. I've used my camera for plenty of other photo shoots with my friends and my sister, but I haven't used it on Greg and I yet. So he's been saying for a while we should do a photo shoot, but it kind of just was like out of sight, out of mind. We didn't really have a time to do it. So about a week prior to the actual proposal, he said, hey, we should do a photo shoot with your camera, like we should go to the beach. I found this really cool spot in Laguna. I saw it online or whatever he said. I can't really remember. There's this really cool spot that I think would look really cool for pictures, and like I haven't gotten a chance to play around with your camera yet, so we should go do pictures in Laguna. So my best friend, her name's Lena, she lives out of the country, all the way across the world. She was visiting at this time for only like 20 days, and the day that he had said we should do this photo shoot was going to be her last day before she flew home. So originally I was like, you know, like I would really love to do that, but maybe not that day. Like, you know, that's my friend's last day here. I'd really like to spend the day with her. And when I told her about it, she was like, just go do the photo shoot. Like, that sounds really fun. We'll hang out tomorrow before I leave. Just do it. So I was kind of like, okay, that's a little sus, but okay, like, I'll go with the flow, I'll do it. I said yes, I said let's do it. He said we should go at sunrise, and I was like, what? Like, since when do you want to wake up super early in the morning and go to a photo shoot at sunrise? So that was when my suspicion kind of started a little bit, but I kind of just convinced myself that I was going crazy because, you know, when you have a feeling it's coming, every time you guys hang out or go out, you're like, oh my gosh, is he gonna do it today? So I kind of convinced myself that I was just overthinking it and that it wasn't gonna happen, so I kind of just relaxed, and I'm really thankful that I convinced myself out of that, because I think if I had really had it in my head that it was gonna happen that day, I would have just been like a hot mess. So I'm really glad that I was pretty calm and like zen and not just like a full bag of panic. So it was September 6th, Labor Day. It was a Monday, and we both had the day off work, which is why we'd planned on doing that day. We woke up at the butt crack of dawn. Like, I woke up at like 5:30, I think, to get ready because we wanted to get there right after the sun came up. So we got up and got ready. We had coordinated outfits so that, you know, we wouldn't like clash in the photos or anything, and we both looked really nice. We dressed up, got ready, and got in the car and drove to Laguna. Now, this is the part that was really crazy to me because I always had it in my head that when he was gonna propose, he would just be like on another level of like nervous, anxious, because, you know, that's like what you'd expect from a guy that's about to propose to his girlfriend. So I thought that that would be like a dead giveaway, but the entire drive there, he was so normal. Like, he was just calm, and like we were talking and listening to music, and like it felt so normal. So I was like, oh yeah, it's definitely not happening today. Like, he would be so nervous if it was happening today. There's no way. Like, he was so calm. So that really threw me off as well, which shout out to you, babe, because you did a really good job. I had no idea because you were so calm. Like, I was not expecting that. So we drive all the way out there and we get to the spot, which he had scoped out like months ago with his friend. I had no idea that they did that. He told me he found it like online or something, but yeah, I guess he had gone there with his friend like a month or two before and like found this like really secluded spot to do it at. And honestly, when we got there, I was so like tired because it was so early in the morning and I was freezing cold. I didn't even think like, how did you like find this spot so perfectly? Like, I didn't even question it. I kind of just like followed him out to this spot. It was just like this secluded beach spot. We had to walk down all these steps to get down. It was like almost like at the bottom of a cliff, and there were big rocks everywhere. It was right on the water. It was just so beautiful. To all my curly girls out there, you know the drill. If there's moisture in the air, your hair is not gonna last very long. So I realized that we have very limited time to take these pictures and that we gotta get this show on the road because my curling iron curls are not gonna last this long and my real curls are gonna come out very soon and it's not gonna be pretty. So we set up the tripod and the camera and I start getting my photos out of like, you know, my Pinterest album of like couples photo shoot, like all, you know, the pictures that I had saved that we were gonna take. And he goes, oh, actually, like I really wanted to take some photos of you first by yourself. And I was like, why? Like, we came here to do a couples photo shoot. And he was like, you know, like I just haven't really gotten a chance to like play around with your camera yet, and like I had some cute poses that I was gonna have you do, like we'll do them quick, don't worry. And I was like, normally I would question that, but I was just kind of like, okay, like let's just get it over with because I was freezing and my hair was not gonna last very long. So I go over to the water and he starts taking photos of me and he's like, okay, do this pose, do this. And I was like, okay. And then he says, okay, turn around and like I'll get some of you facing the water. So I turn around and I'm like, you know, moving around doing the photo shoot thing. And then he goes, okay, stay turned around, I want to take a video. And that's when I was like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. So I start freaking out, obviously, because I knew that it was gonna happen. Like, why else would he want to just take a video? But I'm like trying to remain calm. We have this all on video, by the way. You can see me like fixing my hair, pulling my dress up because it was like my bra was hanging out the side. Like, I was trying to just prepare because I knew that this was gonna be the moment that I had been anticipating for so long. So I start freaking out. He walks over to me and, you know, we're just like hugging and kissing and talking, and then he starts his whole speech, which was the funniest thing because it was so sweet and beautiful, but I don't remember a single word he said. My mind was in just like pure chaos mode. I don't even remember what he said. I remember like a little bit of it here and there, but like for the most part it was just a blur, and the video did not catch the sound on camera because we were too far away. So that's kind of funny because, you know, we would probably have kept that private anyway, but I just don't even really remember what he said. I just remember being like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening. In the video you can literally see me like go like this and be like, oh my gosh, I was like squealing. It was just so so surreal. I couldn't even believe it was happening. So he finishes his little speech, which was so sweet, and then he pulls out the ring and gets down on one knee, and of course I said yes, which is funny because I don't actually remember saying the word yes. I know I did say it, but I don't remember it. I just remember like freaking out and like kissing him, and then like he asked to put the ring on and I was like, no, like I'm scared. It was so fun and so sweet. And in that moment, I just felt the most like relief ever, because I had just been anticipating this for so long. I had so many like curiosities of what had been going on around me for so long. It just felt so nice to finally be like in the know, you know, because for so long everyone around me knew what was going on, and like I knew that, but I didn't know what was happening, and that gave me anxiety. So I just felt so good to finally like know what was happening, and it was finally like over all this anticipation, and we could actually start like the excitement of being engaged. It was really, really special. So then after we put the ring on and, you know, finished our little video, we walked over and set out towels and sat down and just talked for like 30 minutes. Before we even took our pictures of like our couples photos, we just talked about everything, because there were so many times that I was like, when did you talk to my parents? Like, when did you do this? Like, there were so many curiosities that I had, so we just sat and talked for like 30 minutes about everything. He told me like all of his plotting and all of his like little scenarios where he had to like talk to certain people and get everything squared away. So we just talked about all of that, which was really nice because, you know, we needed to like take a breather for a second. This huge thing just happened and we just needed a second. So that was really nice that we just sat and talked for a while. And then we got up and did our photo shoot, which was really cool because I didn't have any like proposal photos saved, so we kind of just like did it as we went along and took our cute little like day of engagement photos. And we're gonna do a real engagement session later, but those are really special because they're, you know, we did them ourselves. It was just us doing the self timer on the camera, and they came out so cute. I'll put some in. This is my favorite one right here. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, it just like, I can't even get over how cute that day was. It was just so beautiful and so perfect. So yeah, and I'll insert the video at the end of this video as well. Another little pre-story bit of information that you should know is that we picked out my ring together back in December of 2020. So I think that was when we kind of came out of quarantine a few months prior, and it was around Christmas time, and we had just been talking about like, okay, we should get like some kind of timeline down together. And we kind of put a timeline that we wanted to be engaged for around a year, give or take a few months, and that we wanted to get married in the summertime of 2022. So that meant when the proposal was rolling around, I knew that it was coming because, you know, it was September already, and we knew that we wanted to get married the next summer, so I knew that it had already been less than a year. So in my like crazy planner control freak mind, I was like, it's coming any day. I knew it was coming. We'd had conversations about it. We'd already picked out my ring together. And so he'd had that ring for like probably 9 months, which is so crazy, and I knew that he had it. It was just kind of like a waiting game, and I didn't know his plan, and I was so excited but so anxious because I just like knew that it was coming but didn't know what was going on around me. So that really like put me into a spiral. I went a little bit crazy for a little while, and I'm so glad that that period of time is over, and now that it's just over, I just feel so much relief. Here's a little ring shot for you. I don't know if you can even see it, but it's a little flower. I'll take it off because you can't really see it. It's a little flower. It's a silver ring. It's so cute and beautiful. I just love it so much. I picked it out because it's just like, my hands are so dainty, and I feel like something big would have looked like flashy on me, and we got it for a really good price because it was Christmas time, so all the sales, you know. It just looks so nice on my hand. I just love it. It's perfect, and the wedding band matches it, so it's just the perfect ring for me. I'll insert a photo of the ring here on the day that I got it. It's just so pretty, like, I'm obsessed. All right, so that's pretty much the story of how we got engaged. It was just so perfect and so special and beautiful. So now I'm gonna answer some of the questions that I got on my Instagram. There aren't a whole lot because what do you ask about an engagement? But I did get some really good ones, so I'm gonna answer those now. The first question was, did you have a feeling it was coming? Which, kind of like I said before, I did have a feeling it was coming. I knew that it was going to be sometime soon. I just didn't know exactly when. And that day, I'd kind of convinced myself that it wasn't going to happen. So the whole way there, I didn't think so. But as soon as he said, I'm going to take a video, I knew that it was going to happen. The second question is, was it staged or planned by both of you, or did you not know it was happening? So it was not staged, but it was planned by him, not by me. I didn't know anything about his plan or what was going to happen. I knew that he had been making a plan, but I didn't know anything about it. It definitely wasn't staged, no. We just went out to do a photo shoot and he took a video and it happened. It was all genuine surprise. So yeah, it was not staged, but it was planned. The next question is, how did you feel? Euphoric. I felt so happy, so relieved, so excited. Like, you know, as a little girl, you like dream of your wedding and, you know, the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, and that kind of just like solidified like all those dreams I'd had my whole life. Like, this is actually happening. I found the person I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. Like, it just felt so surreal and so happy. I was so happy. And the last question is wedding ideas. So for our wedding, we are kind of torn between two options right now. We're either going to be doing a backyard wedding with, you know, our closest friends and family, or we have this possible venue that we're looking into. It's a little bit pricey, so I'm not sure which direction we're going to go in, but I know that it's going to be kind of like a rustic theme. I have all my colors picked out, and I will be taking you guys along with me for the whole wedding planning process and everything, so you guys will get to see all of that as well, which is really exciting. And I think we're thinking sometime in June of next summer. So that's kind of all I can say right now. I think that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like and subscribe so you can see more videos like this and see all of the videos that I have planned for the wedding planning process. Follow me on all my socials linked down below, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!